Welcome back to another episode of Against the Call. This is episode 32. Man, it just keeps going up and up and up. Well, I saw the other day somebody was on like episode 259 on some podcast, and I was like,
That's us
that's
soon. Us
that's
soon.
gonna be us very, very soon. So I was we're glad to be joined by Presley today. She's from Vol News. She's also from the Riled Up podcast, which is another podcast under our Out of Pocket branch. And let's just jump right into the schedule that we have today. All of our segments. We're gonna have the pregame to start off with. We're gonna have prepping for the Sweet 16. We're gonna have our WBC Final recap, the countdown with the best little brother, big brother rivalries in college. I guess all sports, mainly football though. And then on top of that, you're gonna have the future of the Grizzlies, the last few weeks of the NBA. Does Cam Newton deserve a job? Our Mount Rushmore of the best athletes to come out of the state of Tennessee. They must have been born there. And then our last two segments, draft day, best sit down restaurant chains, and then the post game. So Riley, thank you for, or sorry, Presley, thank you for joining us today. That's embarrassing.
That happens every time.
Sorry,
It's
his name is in
okay.
the podcast. So
It's okay. I'm
Riled
glad to
up.
be here, even though I'm considered Riley. It's okay.
so Presley, tell us a little bit about yourself. Like what you do at the University of Tennessee, and also how's Riled Up podcast going?
So yeah, joined Vol News this year for the volunteer channel, and I'm an anchor. I've done entertainment. I mostly do the Rocky Top Sports Report. So that's fun. And yeah, me and Riley started Riled Up. We just recorded episode 3 today, this morning, so that'll be out the end of this week. And it's really fun. We're One day we'll have as many episodes as y'all, I guess, but yeah,
This
it's
is
going
what,
good.
like
We're kind
three
of trailing
months?
behind.
Three
So
months of
yeah,
ours. I'm
yeah.
riled up for this next episode.
I'm riled up too, bro. Like I'm excited for it for sure. But let's just kind of also mention that our out of pocket sports, all of our accounts are doing very well. Recently, we've had a one of our videos about chess boxing blow up. So if you guys haven't checked that out, almost 2,000 likes over like the past 2 days, just out of nowhere. Likes have been coming in.
Same with the comments.
So
Comments are going
yeah, the
crazy.
the comments, yeah, people are saying a bunch of different things. I don't even know. But let's just jump into our prepping for the Sweet 16. By the time this is released, I don't know the start of all the games, but there could be some that have already started by the time you're listening to this. So let's just jump into the first game. I have Alabama versus SDSU, the San Diego State Aztecs. The start of this game, as I'm looking at all the stats, it is very, very evenly matched. The San Diego State field goal percentage is 44.8%, and Alabama is 44.3%. So they're both shooting at the same rate. But the thing you got to know about Alabama is their team is very, very fast paced. San Diego State can be very fast paced at times too. But when you're dealing with an SEC powerhouse that Alabama has become this year in college basketball, it's very, very, this matchup is going to be very, very close. It's not going to be one of these 10-point wins. At least I don't think so. I think it's going to come down to the wire, maybe 6 point, 3 point game win. Presley, do you have anything you want to say about this game?
No, I completely agree with you. I think San Diego is gonna have to stop Alabama. Like you said, they're real fast paced. But I don't think it's gonna. I think it's gonna be really close. I've heard a lot of people, well, specifically like my friends, are just flat out taking Alabama. But whenever you dig deeper and look into it, I mean, it's gonna be right there beside each other.
Yeah, they're very close in assists as well. San Diego State 13.7, Alabama 14.8. Not to mention, Alabama has a little bit of an upper edge on rebounds, which is what wins games in a lot of
Yeah.
March Madness. So you're going to have Alabama, who averages 44.3 rebounds, and San Diego State, who averages 36. So they have a little bit of upper hand in that. I have Alabama winning this game. Presley, do you have Alabama? I'm
I have
guessing.
Alabama.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
Alabama all the way.
yeah, Alabama all the way. Yeah, there you go. And then if you guys don't know, um Presley is actually she liked Alabama at one point. So
No,
and now she's wearing
no,
Tennessee orange. So that's awesome
guys,
to see. I love that.
they're all lying to y'all. They're lying. They're lying. It was a phase.
Yeah, we have pictures. All right, so then the next one is gonna be Creighton versus Princeton. Princeton, another 15 seed going to the Sweet 16. You love to see it. Creighton is having a great year as well. Beat Baylor last week. And also their field goal percentages are kind of even. They're only 2% off with Princeton having a lesser one. 3-pointer Blue Jays are winning in that. Free throw Blue Jays. Rebounds are 2% less than Princeton. Princeton is actually doing very well in their rebounds, both offensively and defensively. Blue Jays are actually averaging 3 more assists than they are, which is very interesting. But throughout this game, you got to think, does Princeton make it to the Elite Eight? And we have another St. Peter's story to talk about. I mean, the thing is with Princeton, it's an Ivy League school. They're not in the middle of New Jersey on some road like St. Peter's was. But Princeton is absolutely killing it so far. Like we mentioned, they beat, the 2 seed Arizona, super hard to do. Which I don't know about you, Presley, but I had Arizona in my championship game.
Oh, I had them to the Final Four.
Yeah, exactly. So, how's your bracket, by the way?
It's not that great. Purdue, Arizona, Marquette. I had all of them, I think, Elite Eight, Final Four, something like that. So it's not the best right now.
Yeah, that's the thing. She's in our it's me, Riley, and Presley in our March Madness live group. Yeah, and I'm actually winning right now with points. So I love to see
think
that.
I was like second a
So
couple
she
days
was
ago.
leading for a while, and it was funny because I texted her and I said, "You actually suck with picks," and then she started winning like more than me. But now we're back to reality, where I'm ahead of both of you guys. So then after that, big game for us three to talk about right here: FAU versus Tennessee, a 9 seed versus a 4 seed. And in some ways, the media loves to play it out like Tennessee is still the underdog in this game. That happens every game. In fact, with Duke versus Tennessee, which we won, we were a 4 seed, Duke was a 5 seed, and some commentators slipped up and said this was an upset with a higher seed.
That's what everybody called it.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
You were doubting a bunch of their games.
I was doubting Tennessee a lot of the times because Tennessee this entire season, 9 losses, they're able to choke, and especially they didn't even make it to the semifinals of the SEC championship. I had them winning the entire SEC championship, so I didn't doubt them completely. But what I saw from their performance in the SEC tournament, that was just not to my liking. And then as the tournament went on, I was like, they're going to choke at one point. I really hope that they don't choke in this game because this would be kind of embarrassing. Playing against FAU. But let's just look at the stats here. FAU has a 3% better field goal shooting than Tennessee. Tennessee this season is not the best at their offense, and this has been seen. It's talked about all the time. Their defense is what's been winning games. It's what definitely won the Duke game. But just like we've seen from the Louisiana game in the round of 64, very, very close. Like close for no reason. It shouldn't have been that close. And Tennessee, they barely won that game, by the way. But it didn't come from their offense. It definitely came from their defense. With looking more into that, Owls have a better 3-point percentage as well, 4% higher. Their free throw shooting only like 0.4% higher. They're very even on their free throws. Rebounds, Tennessee is 0.1% better at overall. Tennessee has 2% better offensive rebounds, and they're a little bit worse on their defensive rebounds, down by 3. But Tennessee's assists have about 3% better, and then their steals are also there. So you can definitely see that our defense does a lot well, but our turnovers are actually even with FAU. FAU has 11.8, Tennessee has 12. Turnovers can be a very big issue with this Tennessee team. So we need to control that, control the rebounding, get some points up, come off hot. That's the main thing. Come off hot. But FAU is a hot team as well. Presley, what do you have to say about this matchup?
Okay, I don't know. I mean, I could be biased. I think it's gonna be really close. Like you said, FAU's hot right now, especially. But I think our defense. I've always said defense wins games. And I think that's pretty common to say. But our defense this season is just something that's so physical that I think a lot of teams struggle with. Duke for one. Close game or not, that's the factor for it is our defense. And I think I think they can beat us if they get past our physicality, and gonna be what comes down to it. Like,
Yeah. If FAU shoots the ball like they're good at, and they come off hot like they came off, not exactly the FDU game, but the Memphis game they did.
yeah,
If they come out like that and we can't respond, that's when Tennessee fails.
yeah,
And we're gonna have to rely on, we might be down at the half, honestly, but honestly, I like to be down at the half more than down at the end of the game, obviously. I think that whenever you come out with a halftime, good speech, you come back, you win games. I've seen Tennessee do it a lot this season, but in this matchup, I can't keep doubting my Vols. I'm gonna give Tennessee to the Elite Eight, and hopefully make a Final Four run.
Give me FAU. The team, go Owls. Well, I almost went to.
Yeah, you almost did go there.
what?
Yeah,
I almost went to FAU.
yeah, he almost did. Made the right choice though. But also FAU's coach, I'm not a big fan so far. He's very cocky for like no
Yeah,
reason.
I don't like it.
You play in the CUSA conference, and then you come out and then you're just like dogging the Vols, saying like you need to learn Australian rugby to play against us. He did come back today saying, "Oh, that was a compliment." Okay, well, it was the way you worded it. It's always the tone.
Yeah, I
It's
didn't
always
like
the tone. So
I mean, he made
Presley,
it this far. He can talk.
he did make it this far, but also should have lost to Memphis.
Still won though.
You can still win, sure, but also when it comes to the refs, that's a shoulda won situation.
I agree.
A win is a win, but a win is a win can only take you so far in the tournament. So I don't know who you got, Presley. I think I do.
Tennessee.
Yeah.
That was a stupid question.
I could have told by the sweater she's wearing, but after that, the next game is going to be very, very, very close. Michigan State versus Kansas State. Kansas State beating Kentucky, which was awesome. Michigan State beating Marquette, also beating USC, who I had USC winning that game in an upset. Spartans are looking nice. Tom Izzo is Mr. March. I will give that to him. He
Yeah.
always pulls it out in March. Great head coach. I don't see them winning the whole thing, but this could be a game that I personally see Michigan State winning. I don't want Michigan State to win because if Tennessee plays, I don't want Tennessee playing Michigan State. I think we have a better shot against Kansas State. But this game is going to be evenly matched. Like I said, field goal percentage, only 0.2% off Kansas State having a 0.2 better field goal percentage. Michigan State is better at the 3-point. Michigan State has like a 1.6% better free throw. Kansas State has like one more rebound than they do. They're better at offensive rebounds, and Michigan State's a little bit better at defensive rebounds. But overall, this team and this game is going to be probably the best game of the day whenever it comes on. I think that everybody in the world is going to be watching this game. Excited to see who wins this. Goes back to the Elite Eight. I don't think Michigan State even was in the tournament last year, or they got out very, very quickly. I can't remember. But Michigan State, they're looking to be back in that Final Four spot, just like they were in 2019. So, Presley, what do you guys say about this game?
I think Michigan State's gonna take it. Like you said, that's not my biggest fear, but that's something I don't want. But I mean, I think Kansas State could pull it off. It's gonna be an elite 3-point game for sure. But Michigan State's taking it. Like I just see that happening. I don't see Kansas State coming up with this.
Yeah, me either. Kansas State, like you said, very, very good at 3-point. That's what won them the game in the Kentucky game. It was back and forth at one point, threes after threes after threes. It was raining them. But Kansas State came off on top in a very close game there. That's why I think this game's going to be close. Michael, what do you have to say about this?
I agree with everything you said. That's all I'd say. I don't know as much
Yeah.
of this. I don't know.
Pretty
Who
valid.
Kansas State played in round of 64.
I did not.
Okay. Yeah. But that's funny. Okay, so then our next region is going to be the Midwest region. Sorry. We're going to have Houston versus Miami. In this game on my bracket, I actually do have Houston winning this, but as the tournament has gone on, I actually have Miami winning this. And Riley, who's in our group, I think he has a fair point. Miami could very well make it to the Final Four. However, they will have to play against the winner of Xavier in Texas, and I think Texas is going to take the cake on that. I have Texas as my champion. So I don't know. I think that Texas still makes it to the Final Four no matter what. But this game between Houston and Miami is going to be another one of those must watches. Very close on field goal. In fact, the Hurricanes are actually better than Houston on the field goal percentage with 2% better. They're better at 3-pointer. They're better at free throws. They're a little bit less on rebounds, but that's due to some height on the team. And then after that, they're better at assists. I mean, all the things turn out to look like Miami is better on paper. And this comes in fact that like Miami's played against Duke over the span of the season. Miami's very, very good in ACC play. They were regular season champions for ACC. And they barely missed out on the championship or no, they actually went to the championship against Duke. Or no. Duke played Virginia in the championship, but Virginia got knocked out Miami, which was very interesting because I had Miami going all the way in the ACC.
Mhm.
And then I do think that one of my reasons for picking the Hurricanes on the podcast is the Cougars are gonna slip up somewhere. I've said this in the podcast with Riley, but I think that I would have Houston slipping up against Texas. I think that's going to be a really cool game. Both Texas teams. It's going to be cool, but they're going to slip up here, I think, because Miami's just on a mission. Like they made it to the Sweet 16 for the first time last year and lost. So this is the way that they turn the tables. What do you have to say?
I think Miami is on a mission. I just don't think their defense is good whatsoever.
It's
And
like
I said
solid.
it. I mean, it's okay, but like, it's not. I do not think it's. I would not say Miami defense is good.
Yeah.
But like you said, Houston is going to slip up. I didn't have them. I think what did I put them in my bracket? I can't remember who I had them losing to, but yeah, I was talking to Riley the other day about this. I was like, yeah, Houston is they're gonna get upset something like easily, but on my sheet on the podcast, I said I was gonna go with Houston.
Yeah.
Because the more I watch Miami, I just don't think their defense puts the pressure on to stop, not even an unstoppable offense, but just like a relatively, I mean, a Sweet 16 offense, like I don't think Miami's defense, and I don't know, I'm a strong believer in defense wins games.
Yeah.
When it
The
comes
thing is,
when it comes down to the wire.
yeah, the thing was Houston versus Auburn was very close until the last 5 minutes of the game.
Yeah.
Last 5 minutes of the game, Houston just took over on their offense.
Yeah.
And their defense was actually what won them that game because they were stopping their entire drives by Auburn. So I don't know. This game is going to be close. I'm switching up my bracket to say Miami will win, but I won't be surprised if Houston does. When you get to the Sweet 16, it's very, very hard to say who's going to win these games.
You never know.
Just like the next game with Xavier, or did you have anything you want to say about that? With
Give me
Houston and Miami?
Give me Miami.
Miami? Yeah. Why is that?
Houston only beat UCF by 6 points. They're
trash. I know. I went to that game, bro, and it was like very, very close. In fact, I think UCF could have won that game.
I'm pretty sure the first game they played it twice, right?
Yeah.
They only beat them like 9 the first game too.
No, it was like 6. Like it was very, very low.
Oh, the first game too?
Yeah. Or
Oh,
one of those games. But also you got to think Temple beat Houston in the regular season. Regular season play is kind of interesting.
What was the score of that game?
I can't remember. But I do remember going to see because right after Temple beat Houston, Temple came to UCF.
Beat them by 1.
And they beat UCF in
56
overtime.
to 55.
56 to 55. Okay, by 1 point. So, but a win's a win, like you say. Like a win is a win. If you win by 1 point in basketball, it's still a win. But yeah, I think Miami could pull it out, but like
I can see it. I can see it happening.
Yeah, I won't be surprised. Like we both said, Houston's gonna slip up at 1 point.
Yeah.
But the next game, Xavier versus the Longhorns, we're gonna have 49.5% field goal percentage from Xavier, 47 for Texas. Xavier's better at 3-point. Their percentage is about like 5% better, which is actually very, very good. Free throw shooting for Texas is about 4% better. Rebounds, Xavier has about 3 more rebounds a game compared to them. And also their assists are better by about 3 more a game. Turnovers, though, can be a little bit of an issue for Xavier. 12.6 a game, as well as 15.9 fouls per game. But Texas, 17.7 fouls per game, which is something they've been struggling with over the season, getting their foul trouble to go down. I think Xavier has got a little bit lucky in this tournament. They almost lost to Kennesaw State. Kennesaw State, their head coach was actually crying at the end because he was so proud of his team for coming that close to beating them. I think they lost by 5 points, which is actually very, very, very close. And then the next game, I thought at the beginning Pitt was actually going to upset Xavier. Then Xavier kind of picked it up near the end. They won by 11 points, but still a close game. The score is a lot further than the game actually was. It was a lot closer during the game, especially the first half. So I think this Texas team is just ready to win it all. Like that's why I have them completely winning it all. And I mean Texas, they have played a few easy opponents. 15 seed Colgate won by 20. 10 seed Penn State won by 5. But Penn State was kind of on a roll. And then now they're going against Xavier. So like we mentioned with these Sweet 16 teams, a lot of them are going to come close. But I got Texas taking this game.
I got Texas.
Give me Texas.
Hook 'em horns. Yeah, I like it. The next game is gonna be Arkansas versus UConn. I don't even really want to look into the stats for this game. I think UConn's gonna win.
Yeah.
Arkansas, like I said, I won't be surprised if they do win. They just came off beating Grady Dick and the Kansas Jayhawks. They were a 1 seed. They won by 1 point. Very big upset right there. Also, Arkansas beat Illinois by 10. That I saw that coming for sure. I did not see the Kansas game coming. But very, very great game from both ends. But I think UConn is ready to make a Final Four push. I think UConn will go to the Final Four. Sorry. After beating St. Mary by 15 points, it's going to be not a blowout. It's going to be close. I think UConn is going to win. Or if Arkansas does win, I'm going to be all for it. I think their coach is awesome. Michael, I don't know if you know, but the coach, whenever Arkansas beat Kansas, he went up on the scores table, took his shirt off. This is a coach, by the way.
I'm reading this on this
Yeah.
article. It says, if Arkansas wins, will Eric Musselman keep his
Yeah,
shirt on?
Muscleman, bro. And he's showing off the muscles. You gotta love it. So he's on the scoring table, takes his shirt off. He's like spinning around too.
Yeah, he was hype.
Yeah, I
Who wouldn't be though? Who wouldn't be?
Bro, if that was my coach, I think I'd be ready
He
to
was a
kick
head
UConn's
coach taking
ass.
his shirt off.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, I'm ready to kick UConn's ass if that's my coach.
I would
Like,
too.
like that fires me up. And I saw that. I was like, I like that. I don't like Arkansas, but I like that coach for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, Arkansas, I don't see winning this game. I got UConn. What about you?
I got UConn. Arkansas struggles to score sometimes, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
they do.
It's I don't know. I wouldn't say it's pretty bad, but it's very inconsistent, and I have UConn going to my Final Four.
Yeah. Now, did Arkansas make it to the semifinals of the SEC tournament? I know it was Bama, Vandy, Texas A&M, and then I think it might have been Arkansas, but I'm not sure. So either way, they still did pretty good in SEC play, especially being an 8th seed. You know, sneaking in the tournament with an 8th seed is nice. But yeah, what about you, Mike?
I want to root for Arkansas just because the coach.
Yeah, the coach. He can fire up nations, bro. He can fire up fans that don't even watch basketball, like what just happened. But yeah, I don't know. I got UConn. And then the last game is gonna be what some are calling. I didn't really think about it like this, but Adam Morrison, big Zag player back in the day. Also, he's on a March Madness commercial now. I love to see it. But now he was mentioning how Gonzaga versus UCLA has become kind of a rivalry, and I can kind of see that now. I guess it kind of was a rivalry back in the day, and now it's back, especially after Jalen Suggs hit that game winner last year in the Elite Eight or Elite Eight. Yeah, no, yeah, that was the Elite Eight.
Final Four.
Final Four of last year?
Yeah, 2021 Final Four.
Oh, okay. Wait, no, 2 years ago. Yeah, it was a Final Four. Yeah. It was whenever the Zags played Baylor. Great national championship there. But yeah, now this is gonna be kind of a rivalry game here. UCLA versus the Zags. I actually have UCLA winning this game. I actually really enjoyed the Zags. I've kind of like I've never been like full on board with them, but when it comes to tournament time, I'm always rooting for the Zags. I don't know. There's something about them. It's just that team. They don't
Yeah.
got football. This is all they put all their resources in.
Yeah.
And it's just awesome to root for the Zags. I love the name
They're
too.
always good.
They always are.
Yeah, they are.
And that's the thing. They're like the team that's been having the one seed the most out of like March Madness and not winning a title. And you know, that was another thing. Seeing them go to tournament after tournament and championships, I wanted them to win. Especially 2017, I think it was. Yeah, 2017, 2018. Gonzaga versus Tar Heels. Hate the Tar Heels so much. Definitely wanted the Zags to win that game. They did not. And then they come up against Baylor. And this was a season Gonzaga was undefeated. By the way, no losses. Go to the tournament, make it all the way to the championship, and lose by like 20 or 15 to the Baylor team.
It was bound to happen.
Yeah, it was, man. They were due, I guess. But this game is gonna be very, very close. I wouldn't be surprised if it's another buzzer beater from Drew Timmy himself with that awesome mustache hitting a game winner or something. That'd be awesome. And he does a little mustache dance, by the way. I don't know if you know that, but he does a little mustache dance. It's kind of cool. But Gonzaga is better field goal percentage wise. They're 6% better. They have 4% better 3-pointer. They have 3% less better free throws. I don't think that'll be too bad of an issue for the Zags. They are very, very even on rebounds. Their assists, the Zags have 2 more assists per game. And then on top of that, their blocks are very, very similar, and their fouls are very, very similar. So all these games, especially in the Elite Eight and Sweet 16, are all going to be super close. Yeah, but like I said, give me UCLA. I think UCLA makes it back to the Elite Eight, or makes it to the Elite Eight.
I think this is the most evenly matched, one of the most evenly matched games in the Sweet 16. But I'm taking Gonzaga.
Yeah, don't you have Zags winning the whole thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Well, okay, but I like to pull for them. That's the thing. Is like I mean, I don't think there's a lot of people that just hate them. I don't really know many people that just like outwardly hate them.
Nah, they're
But
just
like I love them. I just
Yeah,
love the team.
yeah, exactly. They're like
I
the
want
only
them to win it all.
Bulldogs I will ever root for in my life.
Yeah,
is
same.
Gonzaga. And then the thing is like the Zags are on my like no fly list. Like they're on my no fly list for the March Madness bracket because I've had them winning so many times. And then I tweeted out the other day. I'm kind of active on Twitter now, by the way, guys. So I tweeted out the other day, remind me to never have Arizona in the championship game because I had them in the championship game last year. That didn't work out, and then they got taken out. So yeah, but any final words about Sweet 16, guys?
That's it for me.
Yeah. All right, that's gonna wrap it up for prepping for the Sweet 16. It's gonna be a great week and weekend of games for March Madness, leading up to the Final Four. But then our next segment is gonna be World Baseball Classic final recap. I did watch this game.
Here's something I know.
Yeah, here's something you do know, Mike. So
yeah, I didn't watch the game.
Yeah, you didn't? Okay.
No,
You're not a true American then.
But I know what happened, but I didn't watch the game.
It was actually a really good game.
Yeah,
to watch. It's disappointing to see that God really doesn't want Mike Trout to win anything.
Yeah.
But it was cool seeing Shohei Ohtani versus Mike Trout as the last out. That was his only he's done it 24 times in his career, swinging at each strike out of like 6,000 plate appearances.
Wow.
Yeah.
He was a little nervous.
He was nervous.
I would be too.
Tie the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But
2 outs.
Yeah, 2 outs. Game on the line. Facing
America on the line. As I'm watching this game, I'm like, bro, what if this was like war? We're like, we think we're gonna lose this game and lose the war. That's what I was thinking.
Must be awkward back in LA when they go back into the dugout.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a little awkward, a little tension there maybe. But dude, our co-host John was close to predicting it. He I don't know if it was on the pod or afterwards, but he said he thought that Mike Trout was gonna win the game off a Shohei Ohtani pitch. And then I see Mike Trout go against Shohei Ohtani down 1 run, and I'm like, bro, this could happen.
I think he said it on the pod. I think I remember watching that.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure he did. Yeah, it's so disappointing.
Instead, the opposite happened. Thanks a lot, John. You jinxed it.
Jinx. But what was I gonna say? The pitching sucked for USA. It was really bad. On top of that, the umpires sucked in the strike.
Dude.
Like there was on top of our bad pitching, the strikes they were pitching were called balls, and then on the opposite side, the balls Japan was pitching were strikes.
Yeah, I know. He texted me during the game and he says, "Dude, these umps suck." And as I'm texting him, bro, they are. Literally, as I'm texting it, there's a ball that goes under the knee that he calls a strike.
Good
I
God.
was sitting there like, this game is stupid, bro. The Japanese rigged the game for themselves. This is true.
Their third or WBC title.
Yeah, this is their third WBC title, which is insane.
Yeah.
They won the first two.
They won the first two. They lost the year a couple. What was it? They lost last time to USA? I'm pretty sure. And that was the USA's first title. They're trying to defend it this time. Lost, unfortunately. But hopefully in 2026 we get better pitchers to play.
Yeah, and that's another thing too. I think that throughout this game and seeing how close it was, I think that people in the MLB are going to step it up and play in the WBC for 2026.
Yeah, all the players are saying this is like the best baseball they've ever played.
Yeah, exactly.
Representing their country. So
yeah,
but the viewership has actually gone way up. 98% increase from the last one, the 2017.
I feel like this
WBC.
one was a lot more mainstream, especially for USA.
In Japan, there were 62 million viewers alone in Japan watching the WBC.
Dang. Like I said, we should have kept baseball. Like that should just stayed our thing. I don't know why the rest of the world has to get on with it. They don't want to get on with football, I guess. But okay, take our baseball. Jeez, bro.
America's sport.
Yeah, exactly. I guess not anymore.
I guess not. I guess it's Japan's sport now.
Yeah, it is. It is. And then on top of that, is Shohei Ohtani better than Mike Trout? Are you ready to maybe say that?
I'll always take Mike Trout over Shohei Ohtani, but
he just struck him out on live.
Skill wise, Shohei is better, but he's younger and he's a dual threat. So I mean, you have to take Shohei.
Yeah.
But speaking of good players, Trey Turner.
Oh, dude, he's still at a home run.
Yeah, he hit 5 home runs in the playoffs.
Yeah. American legend either way.
Captain America. What would you put it? Captain America as Mike Trout or Trey Turner?
Trey Turner this game. Yeah, but maybe MLB Mike Trout.
Mike Trout.
Yeah. And then I don't know what I put Shohei Ohtani at. Doctor Strange? I don't know. Iron Man? I don't know, dude. He's right up there though. He's up there.
But imagine going back to the pitching, imagine if like Justin Verlander, Jacob DeGrom.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing.
They're all on Team USA. There's no way we're losing.
I mean, like, I don't watch that much MLB, but some of the pitchers I didn't know.
Yeah, no, like these weren't like star pitchers.
Mm.
Like the star pitchers didn't play.
Really?
Yeah.
It's disappointing, bro. But at the same time, you don't want to get injured.
Yeah.
For the
I mean, it is
season.
spring training. It starts in 2 weeks.
Yeah. And now, Presley, I don't know if you've seen, but KFC Barstool, I don't know if he's trolling anymore. I don't know if he's trolling.
There's no way.
Because he's totally against the WBC.
I don't know why. It makes no
sense.
This guy that works for Barstool, KFC
Radio.
Yeah. He's very big.
Why is he against it?
He says like it means nothing and like no one.
Oh, I've seen him on Twitter before.
He like went on a whole rant about it. Like I like KFC, but that was like just totally wrong.
Yeah, well, the last pod we were talking about, oh, he's got to be trolling, but then I kept looking at him last night. He was like arguing with people, and I'm like, I don't know if this is a troll anymore, because bro was going off. Speaking of trolling, I do a lot of that on Twitter. Go check that out.
You have been my entire Twitter feed.
Say what?
You've been my entire Twitter feed.
You're welcome.
For like the past
I don't know
week.
That's a bad thing.
You're replying to every single person.
I'm trying to reply so I can get my follows up. I'm trying to pass John on followers.
You keep calling older people like bud.
I know. I keep calling like dudes that are way older than me buddy and bud. And this one guy was like, dude, you look so unathletic. My picture is like from up here up. And then he's like, and I said, nah, I could dunk on you. And then it's just back and forth. And I'm like, you don't know ball. He's like, I coached basketball. And I was like, I could coach you and all this stuff. I don't know. It goes back and forth. I love it. I love it so much. This one guy called on though. He was like, oh, I see you're trolling. And I was like, no, I'm not.
Cap.
Yeah. So, oh man. Is that all you got for
That's pretty
WBC?
much it. I'm excited for 2026.
Exciting times. Now our next segment is going to be a little fun one here. The countdown with our best little brother, big brother rivalries in college. Now, if you're kind of confused about what I mean by that, it's always whenever you have a little brother and a big brother, the little brother, any win they get, they're excited about. They talk about it for years, even though the big brother could win years and years at a time. So, Presley, start us off with your countdown. So, start from your 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Who is your number 5 for this category?
Guys, I don't have that many.
Oh, shoot. Okay. What do you have?
Well, number 1, I have Tennessee Vandy.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I have Oklahoma State.
Mhm.
Then I have Michigan State. Actually, I don't
Really?
think I put these in order. Yeah. And
That
then,
that that's a little close.
yeah, but you could say it. You could argue it, especially I feel like
Yeah.
a couple of years ago.
I
You
mean,
could argue it.
especially for football. Like, yeah,
Oh, yeah,
when it
no, yeah,
yeah,
football.
yeah, okay.
And then I have this one. Okay, this is a bad one, but I still wrote it down. But I put Clemson in South Carolina.
I mean, that's true though. It actually
It's
is.
true, but I feel like it's kind of a bad one at the same time.
No, not exactly, because Clemson had beat South Carolina in football for like 7 or 8 straight years until last year.
Yeah, that is true.
So and South
I
Carolina,
before.
yeah, I see your mentality with it. It's very good. For my list, instead of Vandy and Tennessee, which I think that Vandy knows that they're the little brother. Like I think that
Yeah,
so that's why I didn't exactly put that. I put oh wait, I need to do the countdown. That's my number 1. Sorry. No spoilers. Number 5, UCLA versus USC. This goes for football. Basketball, UCLA has a little bit of an upper hand. I should have wrote down the all-time records for this, but this is kind of going based off my head and a little bit of research. But UCLA does not compete against USC in football, but that's a huge rivalry, and UCLA fans are always looking at basketball to kind of even out the playing field against USC. That's a little bit of a little brother thing, in my opinion. Now, the next game or the next matchup is my number 4, Georgia Tech and Georgia. Georgia absolutely owns them in just about every sport. I think
yeah.
that Georgia Tech has been better at them in basketball a few years, but not too often. Georgia's not that good at basketball, by the way, but I think Georgia definitely owns them and just about everything. So anytime the rivalry week comes up, Georgia Tech is still doing a lot of chirping, but Georgia just knows they're going to win. That's the big brother mentality there. Then my number 3, like you mentioned, Oklahoma versus Oklahoma State. Very, very little brother, big brother. Anytime Oklahoma State wins, it's their Super Bowl. It's what they've trained all season for to beat Oklahoma. That's literally like playing your big brother in Madden. Like that's what it is, which goes for my number 2, USF versus UCF. Probably one of the biggest big brother little brother rivalries. It is so annoying, especially for me and Michael, going to UCF and all that stuff. It's just so stupid.
I live with 2 USF fans.
Yeah, and I've seen it firsthand because there's people in your family that know that I hate USF and they send me USF things saying like it'll be them winning in club ice hockey, like not even affiliated with NCAA. Still, I'm just like, okay, that doesn't count. Then they'll send me cheerleading, and it's like, well, UCF still has the equal amount of cheerleading titles, so I don't know where you're going with this. Not to mention, UCF has beat USF volleyball like 8 straight years.
It's more than that.
More than that.
I'm pretty sure it's
It's
more
like
than that.
10 or 12
It's like
or something
10,
like
10,
that.
12.
Yeah. So any sport, other than baseball, baseball is very even. I think it's like a 1-2 game, very, very close.
I'll give it to USF right now.
In baseball,
Yeah,
yeah,
in baseball.
I would too.
And
But
and basketball, they swept us this year.
yeah, but basketball still UCF has a better all-time record
Yeah.
against USF. I don't know. It's can be mixed between basketball, but historically UCF. And let's not even talk about football. Come on now, football we've owned
Yeah.
them for
A
the
win
past
streak of
decade.
6 years.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't know, man. It's just every little thing. It's so annoying. But my number 1, like I was kind of hinting at before, instead of Vandy in Tennessee, I'm going to go with a more of a little brother who tries to go at the big brother, Kentucky and Tennessee. Kentucky, this goes specifically for
That's
football.
that's a good one.
Yeah, this is specifically for football because it annoys me because I have a Kentucky friend that I love to death. I love him so much. He's going to be a part of OuttaPocket very soon. He's been on the pod. You know how big of a Kentucky fan is if you've heard him. But dude, I remember one podcast he was on. This was a years back, by the way. This was like 2 years ago. He tried saying that Kentucky was better at Tennessee in football. And if you want to look at that year, they beat us. That year they beat us. That's a little brother thing right there. You look all time, we have 40 more wins than them in football. Like 40 more. That you got a lot of catching up to do, little bro. Like there's a lot of catching up. And then, in basketball, Tennessee, we like love our basketball, but we know that Kentucky's great at basketball. We know that.
That's what they're known for.
Especially being in SEC. Exactly. They're a basketball school. And then it's like we beat them in basketball, and it's like they want to come at us about everything. It's like we really don't care. We just beat you guys, like take it. And then they want to come at us about everything, and they want to argue about, oh, it doesn't matter, it's regular season. But then they sweep us for the first time and since Rick Barnes has been there, and then they want to be like, oh, we swept y'all this season. It's like, bro, okay, like you shouldn't care about regular season. That's what you just said a year ago. So that's just classic Kentucky for you. I love the little brother mentality. It's cute. But
It's cute.
yeah, Michael, go ahead.
So my number 5, I have Texas A&M.
Yeah, that hasn't been around like
that.
recently.
Wild,
Yeah,
wild.
but it was.
But it was a big one. Texas is up 76-37.
Yeah, it's bad. It is bad.
It's a huge deficit. And that's like major big brother energy right there.
The great part about it though?
What?
Texas back in the SEC. We're gonna see it kind of renewed very soon.
Who do you got?
Texas.
Big brother coming back?
Yeah. I mean, like before UCF joined the Big 12, I had liked Texas as my Big 12 team.
So. Big brother's coming home from college.
Yeah. He's ready to win in Madden.
But my next one, I have Florida State. I'm not a big Florida fan, but like I said in past podcasts, I kind of like Florida, and Florida's up 37-27. And the past couple of years, they have been beating them. But last year, this last season, Florida State did win in. It's probably going to flip again this year. But Florida's been
I don't know about that. I think FSU's beating them again.
That's what I mean.
Oh, okay.
Like,
you think it's going to flip?
The little brother's going to win. But overall, Florida's up 37-27 and 2. So they have 10 more wins over them. But my next one at 3 is Bama and Auburn.
Yeah. What's the all-time record for them?
For them, it is 49-37-1. Alabama.
So, yeah, not too bad. Like I know that I did see like Auburn, Alabama, and FSU, UF on list. Mm-hmm. But the thing is why I didn't put those was simply because I feel like it's a lot evenly matched. That's why I didn't have Michigan State, because there's so many series where they win for like years and then the flips, like you were saying. So it's very hard because it's like with Tennessee, Kentucky, they've been on winning streaks, like long winning streaks, especially with UCF and USF. So yeah, that is interesting because Auburn, every time they go into this game, it's still little brother mentality. Yeah. Like they still want to be Alabama, and they do kick 6. Every Iron Bowl is interesting.
Yeah. But with my number 2, I did Army Navy, with Navy being the older brother, because every year every time I see the scores, it's always Navy winning. I feel like
Army won last year.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh well, they're still up 62-53 against them.
Yeah.
And Navy beat UCF, unfortunately.
Hey, bro, why do you gotta bring that up? Why?
But that brings up UCF. That brings up my number 1.
Yeah.
UCF USF. UCF USF. Bro, every USF home game at football is basically a UCF home game.
And it is. We're Tampa's hometown team.
We're Tampa's hometown college team right there. But yeah, that wraps up my countdown list.
All right, that's going to wrap it up for the countdown of the best little brother, big brother rivalries in college. Our next segment is going to be the future of the Memphis Grizzlies. I was just curious to hear what Presley has to say about this topic. They are the 2nd seed again. I don't know if you saw that. Mm-hmm. And with Ja expected to make his return, if not the next game, but the game after, he's going to be ready to keep the standing up there, keep that 2 seed going. I think our next few games are against like Houston and like the Jazz or something, so it should be easy. But Presley, what do you have to say about the future of them?
I think with Ja coming back, I'm gonna say right now, and it's not gonna sound weird. I was gonna say they have a bright, bright future ahead of them. I am diehard Grizzlies.
Mhm.
I don't think there's any. No, I'm not gonna say I don't think there's anybody. I think I think they're the best in. I mean, I don't know. It's tough to talk about because with Ja coming back, I'm scared it's gonna spark a lot of. I don't want to say not bad blood, but if you get on social media, everybody's dogging him right now. And I think that takes a toll on the team. And the whole situation with Ja leaving obviously took a toll on the team. And now he's back, but he's still in the midst of everything. And I don't know.
Yeah, the thing is with
That's been the
Ja,
tough situation right now.
it has been. And the thing is with Ja coming back, I'm kind of scared that his first few games he won't perform at an elite level that he has
Yeah,
been at. But I could be surprised he could come out and have a 30-point game his first game. I don't know. With Ja, you just never really know. I think that he
you
has a
don't know.
great mentality with the way he does things. He's taken time off to assess whatever issues he's been going through mentally. Some people here are kind of against mental health for Ja, I guess.
Dude. Oh my
But
God.
Mike, what?
I'm not going here again. I'm not going here.
No. Stop. What?
yeah,
That is you're going way out of proportion.
there was one time on a pod I
It was
said,
it was with the gun thing going on.
and I said he was
Yeah.
taking time off for mental health. That was a true story. And Michael was like, "Oh, bro, what are you talking about? He doesn't need to do that." I'm like, "So you don't believe Ja's mental
Because
health?"
that was before the whole mental health thing came out, and I thought it was gonna be because of criminal stuff with the gun.
Because of the gun.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just picking fun at Mike. But the main thing is with Ja coming back, there are still a lot of questions that linger. But I think Michael mentioned this on a podcast before, and it was just like, oh, without Ja in the playoffs, I don't see you going far. We are actually still good, if not better,
I
sometimes
think,
without
yeah.
Ja. We were able to put 20 on an annoying ass Warriors team without Ja.
Right.
And with
I
Jaren
mean,
Jackson,
a bad
Jaren
Warriors team.
Jaren Jackson.
Clay still played, Jordan Poole still played, Steph Curry still
I
played,
mean, they're having a
Draymond
bad
Green
season.
still
They're having a
played.
bad season.
It doesn't matter. All their stars played.
Did you
Like
say
all
they're
their
having
best
a
players
bad
played.
season?
They're still having a pretty bad season for their standards. They're not having the best season
Yeah, aren't they in the play-in or where they or they're
right
six
now.
seed? So
They're tied for 6th seed.
yeah.
They're expected like 1-2 seed team coming into the season.
Yeah, and I won't be surprised if we see a Grizzlies Warriors matchup in the
I
playoffs
hope
again.
so.
I hope we do.
I hope we see it.
Yeah, because last year was disappointing. But this year there's a lot more of a rivalry that's formed, and
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited to see it. But yeah, Mike, what do you guys say about the Grizzlies?
Their future is really bright. I'll give them that. But who knows what happens with Jaw next and what happens with Dylan Brooks being fined like almost 250,000 in fines this year.
I don't
But
know if it was that much.
I saw it was like
It was a-
240,000 in
It was
fines.
a lot.
It was like around 250,000. Man, that's a lot of money. That's like how much is he in his contract?
I'm not sure, but at the same time, Dylan Brooks is a very solid player for our team,
Yeah.
but he's not like top three
Yeah, I
on the
know,
team.
obviously.
Yeah.
No, it's not that. Yeah, no, we don't have to.
But when it comes to their future, number one, they have a great young core, like one of the youngest in the league, behind the Thunder, obviously. But they have a really bright future with that core, especially with Steven Adams. He's only like 29.
I know. I always think he's like
Steven
35 or
Adams.
something,
Yeah,
right?
he looks older, but he's only
like
29.
Mike Trout. Yeah.
It's the beard.
And then they have great flexibility. They can go to anyone on that team really, and they can still perform. Here it is. Dylan Brooks is at like 11 million contract. That answers my question.
Yeah, he can pay it off.
Yeah, and then after that, they have really good leadership and team chemistry when it comes to that, which is very good, which is super important when it comes to the playoffs. Like you need to know who to give the ball to and not be pissed about it.
Yeah.
But
They always even through this drama with Ja, like they always have each other's backs, which is what I've loved.
Yeah.
And the thing is, this is not new for Grizzlies teams. I don't know if you remember, but Zebo, Mike McConley, and Gasol, that was a grit and grind era, and that was them having great leadership on that team. Mike Conley led the way for that team, and I think that Ja is literally just Mike Conley, but way better. And at the time that we got rid of Mike Conley, Gasol, Zebo, I forgot the other dude's name, Tony something. I was like sad because I love those guys, and at the time I didn't understand rebuilds, so I was like, oh, that sucks for us. I think we're gonna be bad. But now I've been able to see what their front office is doing, creating this young core. It's gonna like we were one of the youngest teams in the playoffs last year, and we held our own against the Warriors, the champions. So now that we're more experienced, if not this year, I could see us making a finals push this year, the next year, and the year after.
Yeah.
As long
I
as
could
everything
see
goes
this
well.
year.
Yeah, I could see it this year too. The West is wide open.
I
Yeah.
agree with that. The West is wide open. That can easily happen for them.
Like
And I
the
think they can
Nuggets
do
might
it with
be.
or without Ja.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing too. Like
mean-
with or without job, we can still work it.
Mhm.
And then the Nuggets, they might have the 1 seed, but it's the
Nuggets.
West,
It's
bro.
the Nuggets
And it's
too.
the Nuggets. Yeah.
Nuggets.
The Nuggets and the Kings. We were talking about that one time. I never know what's gonna happen with them.
I don't know where we were at.
Yo, what was up with that jump cut? Should we say that? Should we get that up?
Bro, what just happened?
Bro, I don't know. There's like a jump cut or something. But anyways, we were talking about the future of the Grizzlies, and so yeah. Any closing words that you guys want to say about this?
They're still going to lose to the Celtics in the finals.
Just like the Warriors almost lost to the Celtics, right?
Yeah, but this is a different year.
Yeah, right. Now, how do you feel about Boston teams, Presley?
I love the Celtics, but I don't. But
But you condone what he just said, like
I'm a Celtics fan. What am I supposed to say?
you were
would
coming at
say-
the Grizzlies, like what?
I'm not a Celtics fan, and obviously if they're playing Grizz, I'm gonna go for Grizz. But I like the Celtics. I don't think that's.
Finally. Yeah.
Do you not, Nick?
Like that's the thing though. It's very. I've talked about this a few times on here, and especially in person with just me and Mike. It's iffy because I love the team. Like I love the players on that team.
Still a picture of you like repping Celtics stuff.
Yeah, but what's the context behind that picture of me wearing that? You got to talk about it. There's a picture of me wearing a Boston Celtics shirt from last finals because I was like, okay, I hate the Warriors. What's happening with that? I want to see Grant Williams get a ring. I want to see Jason Tatum's get a ring.
It'll happen this year. Don't worry.
Yeah, just like it happened last year, right? Yeah.
Gonna happen this new year.
Nah, Bucks going to the finals. But
We'll just head right into our next segment.
yeah,
basically.
our next segment is going to be the last few weeks of the NBA. So Bucks are at a 1 seed right now, 1 game above or 2 games above the Celtics. And then you got 76ers at a 3 seed, Cavs at a 4 seed, Knicks at a 5th seed, 6 seed Nets, and
Nets
then
holding their own.
Nets are holding their own, which I think this was expected. They have depth, which is very,
Good
very
young
important.
depth.
Yeah, and then for the play-in in the East, so far we're gonna have Heat at a 7th seed, Hawks at an 8th seed, Raptors at a 9th seed, and Bulls at a 10th seed. Raptors sneaking in, I'm seeing now.
Yeah,
very interesting.
I was kind of surprised how bad they were doing this year.
Me too. Sadly, Magic are not gonna make a play-in.
Hey, they made it up 2 seeds so far based from last year.
Yeah, it's true. And if we keep doing that bad, we can get Bronny.
And if you get Bronny, you get LeBron.
Exactly. Even though LeBron has said he doesn't want to go to Orlando, he said if he got traded to Orlando, he would retire.
That's true. But he's gonna go wherever his son is.
Yeah,
so.
exactly.
Yeah.
And then in the West, it goes Nuggets, Grizzlies, Kings at 3, Suns at 4, Clippers at 5, Warriors at 6, Thunder at 7, Mavericks at 8, Timberwolves at 9, and Jazz at 10.
Jazz may sneak into the play, and it's very
Lakers-
close with the Lakers.
Yeah, Lakers or Jazz. I really hope it's the Jazz.
Yeah, I would love it if the Lakers just missed the play in again. That'd be awesome.
Mo Bamba's already out again. Like their
yeah.
team's like not doing well. Like they've made a good push in the trade with the trades, but it's still
Then
not
injury
going
hit.
well. Yeah.
Yeah, so be on the lookout for the last few weeks of NBA. We were kind of mentioning before, Presley, with maybe Grizzlies making the finals, maybe Celtics making the finals, stuff like that. Who do you think is gonna go to the finals for the East and the West?
Me?
Yeah,
Grizzlies.
very optimistic. I love it.
Well, I mean, do you not agree?
I think that it's possible, but I don't know. I can't even tell you who I think is going to the finals for the West. I can't even tell you who's going to the finals for the East. I need to
I
see
can't
what
tell you
happens
who's going to the
this year.
finals for the East.
Like this is like me every time with NBA. I don't know who's gonna go to the finals. I think like last year I had the Bucks, or still I think I had like the Heat making it to the finals, which almost happened. But yeah, and I did not expect the Warriors to go all the way last year.
Mhm.
That was just unexpected
Mhm.
in my opinion. Um, so
For
I don't know.
for me, like I'm not making my final prediction until the season's officially over, but
Yeah,
for now, I'm gonna say Suns Celtics.
Suns
Suns.
making it back.
Suns making it back and then playing the Celtics.
Well, yeah, with KD is a little scary.
Yeah.
I like the Suns.
Yeah. The thing is wait, pull up the East real fast. So, in my opinion, I'm not going to say who I think is going to go to the finals, but I'm going to tell you the three teams in the East I think are going to make the finals. Bucks, Celtics, 76ers. Yes, those are the top 3 seeds, but I think
It's not
that
gonna be the Sixers.
one of those 3 teams is going to make it. 76ers are due to go
They're
at some
always
point.
choke, and the Celtics own them in the playoffs.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know, but what if they don't have to play the Celtics?
If they will have to play the Celtics. Celtics are at
Because the
least
Eastern
going to the
Conference
Eastern
Finals.
Conference Finals.
Yeah,
There's no way they won't
But
go.
I'm just saying those 3 teams are gonna be whoever makes it out of the East.
I think it's either gonna be Bucks or Celtics.
Bucks or Celtics. I agree
Yeah.
with that.
Now I do want to say a sleeper team, Cavs.
They are
The
a good
Cavs,
sleeper team.
if they made the finals, I would not be surprised, and they would lose. But I would not be surprised if they maybe not finals, but Eastern Conference Finals, maybe.
I think if the Bucks or Celtics go to the finals, that it's one of them two winning at the end.
All right, show me the West real fast, and I'll give my top 3 for who I think is gonna go to the West. I think it's gonna be um to the finals, Grizzlies, Suns, and maybe Nuggets. Maybe just if they can actually pull it through. The Nuggets always choke. I don't have the Kings going. The Nuggets maybe making a Western Conference final. That's
They can do that.
that they can definitely do
Yeah,
that. But that's where they'll choke. I don't see the Clippers going. I
That's
don't.
actually my sleeper team. I think this like for a sleeper team in the West.
If Kawhi plays good.
Yeah, with Kawhi, I think the Clippers could make the finals.
Now I don't know what happened with Paul George. Is he out? Because
He's out
I saw
I
that
think
knee.
it was like a knee sprain. I think they're holding him out just so he can be healthy for the playoffs. But I'm not. Don't quote me on that.
Dude, that knee injury was awful. Did you
I
see
didn't
the
see it.
video?
I just saw the report.
So his knee, he was going up for a rebound, I think, and then I can't remember exactly how it happened, but I just remember the knee. His knee literally like went inward, like all
Ooh.
the way. His like leg is popped out, and
Luckily, it
just
was only a
hits the
knee
ground.
sprain. It
Yeah,
wasn't a torn
very
ACL.
lucky.
Wasn't a torn ACL or anything.
Yeah, that would be very Paul George of him if he did that. But anyways, yeah, that's gonna wrap it up for the last few weeks of NBA. I can't wait for the playoffs. NBA playoffs are one of my favorites.
Boston gained 2 championships this year in 2 different leagues, at least.
Oh, the Bruins and the
and
Celtics. Yeah, true, definitely happening. Sure.
Watch.
Yeah, dude. Last year you were so confident the Celtics were winning the whole thing, and you saw what happened. 4-2.
New year.
New year. It's the same. It's basically the same team. What? Who? Danny White? Is that not Derek? Derek White?
Derek White.
Yeah.
Malcolm Brogdon. That was a huge pickup.
Malcolm Brogdon was. Yeah.
And then that's
what?
basically the same. We still have a big depth in our whole roster.
Dude, if y'all had Kyrie, you could make it to the finals.
No, we would. We wouldn't even. Honestly, we wouldn't make it past the first round.
Yeah, I know. So the next segment is gonna be kind of an in the air segment. Does Cam Newton deserve a job? He just recently said that he was better than, or he
There ain't 32 players better than him.
There wasn't 32 players better than him. And then also he was at Auburn's pro day to throw the ball to get NFL scouts to see him again, I guess. I don't know. It's so crazy to me because the memes are hilarious.
How these nobodies get jobs.
Oh, the memes are hilarious, bro. It's like there's no 32 quarterbacks better than me. It's like the 32 quarterbacks. They still had like Bryce Young, CJ Stroud on there, Baker Mayfield was on there. Like
as of right now, he is better than Davis Mills. I'll give him. I think he's better than Davis Mills.
Cam Newton better than Davis Mills. Davis Mills actually had a solid.
I know
year.
he had
I don't
a
know
good.
What you're talking about.
I think, but I still think Cam Newton is better.
Dude, Cam Newton hasn't had more touchdowns than interceptions in like 5 years. Can you believe that? Yeah.
when it comes to it, I think he deserves a job, just not a starting job.
No, yeah,
No, he'll be backup. He'll be backup.
Yeah,
exactly.
He was willing to be a backup to Mac Jones, but the Patriots still cut him.
Yeah, Bill Belichick was not on board with that, bro. I guess
It was like a bad locker room presence or something.
Yeah. Speaking of that, one of our next segments, no spoilers, but Beth Athletes come out of Tennessee. I did not know Bill Belichick was born in Tennessee until I did my research.
He did?
Yeah, he was born in Nashville.
I didn't know that either.
I did not
Where
know
was he
that.
born?
Nashville.
I
I was surprised, but anyways, yeah, with Cam Newton, he Auburn Pro Day, the memes were killing it, dude. Talking about him ruining Auburn wide receivers' chances at Pro Day because of all the overthrown throws. There's like clips where he's overthrowing them by a mile. He had like one good dot. Like I've only seen one video of the same video of just Cam Newton threw a dot. It's the same video every time. And there's like a meme where he like throws it and then he almost catches it and it's just him fumbling it in the Super Bowl, which is great. But yeah.
If he was gonna be a starter on any team, it would be the Commanders, because Sam Howell's their quarterback.
Yeah, wait, who signed? Somebody signed with the Commanders that I'm thinking of.
Really?
Yes, look it up real fast. I can't remember. There's so much sports news we got to cover here, so it's hard to keep up with every freaking league. But look up who.
Jacob. Never mind.
Yeah,
Jacoby
Brissett. Yeah,
never mind.
exactly.
I take that all back.
Yeah.
I didn't know he signed with.
It's funny to see
Commanders.
Jake Fromm on there too. Man's been a backup.
I remember when
for
he
a
was
while.
drafted.
Yeah, me too. You remember all that controversy that came with him too?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the thing. Does Cam Newton deserve a job? Yes, as a backup.
As a backup.
Yeah, as of right now, I don't see him going to a team and changing the entire landscape of them, making them a playoff team or anything like that. He could go back to the Panthers again for the third time with their weapons that they have now, and he'd still not be good.
He'd be good as a running, like if they're doing like a run option with the QB. That's when you should put him in.
Yeah,
because he is still good on the feet. I'll give him that.
Bro, there's a video of him going, "I'm back," and where has he been since that video? Like, I don't remember that. I remember him being good after that. But yeah, Presley, what do you have to say about Cam Newton? Does he deserve a job as a starting quarterback?
Not starting.
Yeah, I
backup.
Yeah, I feel bad for him because we've if you're around 2015, 2016, you know how great of a quarterback he was. MVP season for Cam Newton, could have won it all, but lost to the GOAT, Peyton Manning, of course.
The GOAT?
One of the GOATs.
No, there's one GOAT.
One of the GOATs.
No, there is one GOAT.
Well, for football, it gets a little dicey. I mean, Tom Brady is the GOAT because.
Oh my gosh.
What? You don't think so?
Nothing. Just y'all saying it at the same time. Tom Brady is the GOAT.
Tom Brady, he is. 7 Super Bowls, won it on a different team as well. He's playing at the old age he was, getting a Super Bowl.
Yeah. Give it to him.
Also, all the stats.
Do you not like Tom Brady?
I don't like saying that because I get a lot of hate for it. I'm just not a Tom Brady fan, but I don't dislike him.
I wasn't either till he joined the Bucks.
So, I don't.
You're the biggest Tom Brady.
Yeah, I know.
I
would have Joe Flacco over him. Say what?
Like a lot of people do. I don't just praise the ground he walks on, like a lot of people do.
You should. He's the greatest of all time.
But yeah. I mean, a lot of old heads are going to argue with you about it. So at the end of the day, the GOAT in any sport is so hard. People will be like, "That's my GOAT." That's one. Yeah, exactly. LeBron's my GOAT. Kareem's my GOAT. It's all comes down to opinion. Even the stats like Brady, they could prove Brady's the GOAT, the greatest to ever play it. People would still be like, Joe Montana's better. It's true.
Well, when it comes, I think football's the easiest to determine who the GOAT is. Out of all the sports.
Well, maybe not NHL. Yeah. Wayne Gretzky.
Oh no, actually, Wayne Gretzky is actually preferred as. I'm pretty sure I haven't heard anyone say he wasn't the GOAT.
I haven't heard any other GOAT of the NHL.
I heard that. What's his name?
Connor McDavid.
Yeah, Connor McDavid could be in the future.
Yeah,
he's like the Patrick Mahomes type thing.
Yeah,
but other than the NHL, it's pretty most people agree that Tom Brady's the GOAT now.
Yeah,
but yeah. Cam Newton.
Yeah, Cam Newton. Not on that level we're talking at all. But yeah. Let's just move into our next segment. Mount Rushmore. as I mentioned before, the best athletes to come out of the state of Tennessee. They must have been born there. So Presley, take it away.
Okay. There was a lot of people that I had no idea were born in Tennessee.
Yeah.
I
found
didn't
out
know
Morgan
Trevor
Freeman
Lawrence was born in Tennessee.
Say who?
Like,
Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor
Oh yeah,
Lawrence.
Trevor. There's a picture of Trevor Lawrence on as a kid at a Tennessee game in the Tennessee jersey.
Whenever I was talking to Riley about it earlier, I was looking it up when me and him were in there, and he was like, "Yeah, this is where he wanted to come to school and everything." And I was like, "I had no idea."
Yeah, he
And he
wanted
was
to
like
come.
born here in Knoxville.
He wanted to come to Tennessee. Justin Fields wanted to come to Tennessee.
And y'all fumbled.
No, we actually did. We fumbled with Justin Fields. Apparently,
Yeah.
something happened with a recruiter. He like didn't shake a hand or something like that, and it fumbled. Like it's something crazy. And Trevor Lawrence grew up a Tennessee fan, so then
Yeah,
he
that
went
was
to.
crazy.
But it's also funny because the Gators could have had him too. Didn't go there. Ended up going to Clemson. But yeah. So go ahead.
Okay, let me just list who I wrote down.
Yeah, it's a Mount Rushmore, so it's no like specific order. It's just
Just like
Okay.
four heads on the mountain.
Well, I got Trevor Lawrence. I have Trey Smith.
Yeah, I mean,
Going baseball, Mookie Betts.
There you go. That's a good one.
Mookie Betts.
Get him on the pod.
Reggie White.
Wait, that's four then, right?
Yeah. That's
So
that.
yeah, no, that's few are similar to mine.
Yeah, you want me to go next?
Yeah, go ahead, Mike.
For my number one, I'm gonna agree. Mookie Betts. You should get him on the pod. Anyways, 2-time World Series champ, MVP, 6-time All-Star, a batting title, 6-time Gold Glove winner, and 5-time Silver Slugger. He has to be on this list. Like
He's on the list.
And then I have Jalen Ramsey. He was
Mhm.
also from Tennessee. He's a Super Bowl champ, 6-time Pro Bowl, 3-time All-Pro, and he's the best cornerback in the league right now. And he has been for a couple of years. After that, I have Oscar Robinson.
Yeah, that was a shock to me when I found.
Yeah, I didn't know he was.
Yeah.
Where was he born?
Thinking
No.
not Chattanooga. I
No.
think I'm thinking about somebody else.
Look
You
at-
can look it up real fast.
Oh,
Let me look that up. But he was a Hall of Fame point guard.
Mr. Triple Double
Mr.
until
Triple Double.
Russell Westbrook came and broke that record. One of the greatest to ever do it for triple doubles. Just click on the birthplace.
He is from Charlotte.
Charlotte. That's what I was saying. I don't know why I thought Chattanooga. I think I saw remember the CH, but
Yeah, he's a
Yeah.
12-time All-Star, 11-time All-NBA. That's super impressive. MVP and NBA champ. But my last one, going wrestling, Ric Flair.
I did see that, bro. I was
Ric Flair,
dude, and Randy Norton.
Yeah.
Randy Orton.
yes.
Yeah.
But out of those two, I was like, Ric Flair is the more known one. So I'm going Ric Flair. He's officially recognized by WWE as a 16-time world champion, an 8-time NWA World Heavyweight Champion, 6-time WCW World Heavyweight Champion, a 2-time WWE Champion. Although the number of his World Championship reign varies by source, ranging up to 16 to 25.
All those stats you just said don't even matter because they were all rigged. They're like, like he got his script, he got his career script. This is real scripted.
Don't ruin my childhood.
Dude, there's a South Park episode about that. Definitely check that out.
Yeah, but that's my Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, no, we're gonna have similar lists to you guys.
He's actually I'm pretty sure he's coming out of the movie or documentary of Ric Flair. I see it like on my TikTok all the time.
I think I've seen something like that. They should make one about Vince McMahon though. He's a legend.
No, John Cena.
Hey, well, we wouldn't be able to see him then. But so my Mount Rushmore is gonna go Reggie White, like you mentioned. Was he on your list?
No, I had Oscar Robinson.
He was on mine.
That's right. Yeah, Reggie White, Oscar Robertson. I agree with that 100%. One of the best to ever play in the NBA. Mookie Betts, one of the best in the MLB. But here's where I have a different one than you guys. Penny Hardaway from
I was
Memphis.
almost gonna put him.
Yeah.
Yep.
Super solid. Now he's coaching at Memphis, doing a phenomenal job there, getting him back on track. I think he's been there for like 5 years now, doing great. But his stint on the Magic was very, very great. I think he played with Shaq. Did Tracy McGrady and Penny Hardaway play with Shaq? Or
I think it was just Tracy McGrady. Don't quote me on that. I think it was just Tracy McGrady though.
I can't remember. That's where it gets mixed up in my head with Tracy McGrady, Penny Hardaway. They're like cousins or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really remember all that, but yeah, definitely one of the greatest. And that's gonna wrap it up for Mount Rushmore, the best athletes to come out of the state of Tennessee. Our last segment is gonna be draft day, best sit down restaurant chain. So Presley, if you don't know how exactly we do this, it'll be a snake draft. So whoever is the third pick will start for the next round, and then it goes kind of like a zigzag like that. So for the first pick, it is going to be
Presley with the first pick.
First pick.
Buffalo Wild Wings.
Wow, that was fast.
Yeah, they were going to say who else is good. Pick. Okay.
Next pick is Nick.
Okay. Buffalo Wild Wings, great pick. God dang, dude. I was going to be like my sleep. I thought I was going to sleep on that. Texas Roadhouse.
Dude,
yeah, dude. No, you can't go wrong with Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah, I don't like Texas Roadhouse.
Damn. I was really hoping you didn't pick that. I knew you were gonna ruin mine. Okay, so you took B-dubs and then that just messed up my entire list. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Chili's.
Yeah, there we go.
Chili's, what a great
pick.
That makes me kind of sad. I didn't pick Texas Roadhouse. I would have been way happy with Chili's.
All right, the first round goes Buffalo Wild Wings with Presley. Nick took Texas Roadhouse and Mike took Chili's. Now to start off the next round, I am going to go with I'm gonna go Longhorn Steakhouse.
Well, I had a whole monologue going in my head. I was gonna be like, "Yo, let's stay with Texas. Give me Texas Longhorn," but never mind. Let me think here. I guess it's not exactly a personal favorite, but it's very, very famous. Give me Olive Garden.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, I mean it's
okay pick.
Yeah, if anyone here picks Applebee's though, I don't know if I can be friends.
It's still a huge chain.
It is, but
I don't like it.
I don't know a single person that likes it.
It's really bad. Like really bad.
Okay, my turn.
Yeah.
Outback.
I was really hoping she picked Applebee's right there.
I love Outback. I feel like that's a solid pick.
Yeah, that is a good one. So that round, with the first pick, I took Longhorn. Nick took Olive Garden, and Presley took Outback. To start off the next round, Presley, go ahead.
Yo, can I see your list?
What? No, bro.
Okay, Waffle House.
What?
Waffle House.
Oh, that
classic.
All right, Nick, go ahead.
All right. Actually, I don't even see it on your list right now, or maybe it is. I don't know. Wing House.
Yeah.
Wing House.
Wing House. Yeah, Ken's Wing House. It's better than Hooters.
It is better than Hooters. I just didn't know if that was like a huge chain or not.
It is.
I don't know what Wing House is.
Really? Look it up.
I mean, I believe you that it's a huge chain. I've never heard of it.
Yeah. It's
actually really, really good wing.
Yeah, I think it's better than Hooters, like I said.
It's honestly one of my favorite wings, but
I think Wing House keeps it like cleaner too inside compared to Hooters.
Yeah.
Like Hooters is very dirty, like very like all the Hooters I've been into.
What do you mean by that?
Like
what
dirty
type
floors.
Oh,
like...
okay. I was gonna say because it's like if you're thinking that, no, there's like waitresses are way worse than Hooters.
At Wing House?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's not what I'm saying.
Is Wing House like Hooters?
Yeah, but
yeah.
Yeah, but I'm talking about okay.
Yeah.
Right. Let's see. With my next pick, I'm gonna get the oldies like in this one, Cracker Barrel.
That's a good pick.
Dude, I don't even know why I'm looking at Mike's list. These are all bad.
What are you talking about? I have a great team right now.
Cracker Barrel is a great pick.
No, exactly. I'm looking at his list. I'm not saying Cracker Barrel. That's a good one.
All right, for that round, Presley took Waffle House at 1, Nick took Wing House at 2, and I took Cracker Barrel at 3. And for my next one, I'm going to go with I'll go Denny's. It's not good. I'm just saying.
Okay, but I'm looking at your list right now. Thank you, by the way. This actually helps me a lot. Give me the mother load of any food that you want. Cheesecake Factory.
Oh my god, that was my next pick.
I didn't think. I thought I was get that off my. It's like get off my list, bro.
That was my next.
Never again. All right,
Oh my
Presley, go
God.
ahead.
Preach.
Hold on. This is hard.
5.
I don't like a lot. IHOP.
Well, that was one I was just gonna pick. So thanks.
IHOP is
right.
better than Denny's.
Yeah.
I
for
just think
sure.
Denny's is like bigger.
Nah.
Really?
Yeah, I always see Denny's more than IHOP.
Mm.
But that round, Mike took Denny's at 1, Nick took Cheesecake Factory at 2, and Presley took IHOP. All right, Presley, this is your last pick.
I don't know what's better. I don't know if this counts as a sit-down restaurant. Pizza Hut.
Yeah,
No.
I mean,
They
well, if
got
you
rid
want-
of all their. They got rid of
Oh
all
yeah,
their
it actually
sit
it's
down
not
ones.
sit down anymore.
Yeah.
Why not? Ours is sit down.
Oh, and the Plant City ones also sit down actually.
And Plant City, I don't go over there.
Sorry,
I know
like
most
the
people
one that was
order
in.
it.
Say what?
I said I know most people order it, but like that's
Yeah, I know that there are sit down Pizza Huts. We used to have one, but ours went out of business.
Rats.
Yeah. So nah. All right, yeah, that counts. That
All
counts.
right, we'll give it.
We'll give it
Hut.
to you because we like feel nice to our guests and stuff. But if it was John, then nah.
All right, Nick, your last pick.
Jeez, bro. You know what? Just give me Hooters.
I knew that was coming. Money off. I knew that was coming.
I've only been there like 3 times, but like you said, it's better. It's better than Denny's. I'll give them that.
Damn.
Presley, do you have a Bob Evans?
I know what you're talking about, but
I'm
no,
not
I've
gonna pick
never
it. I
been.
wasn't gonna pick that.
I know
but
you're not. That's why I'm asking because I saw it on the list and I was like, that's gross.
What
Bob
type of
Evans isn't
food is
gross.
that?
It's
I
good.
don't. No, Bob Evans is not good.
Yes, it is.
For
What
breakfast,
is it?
maybe.
It's
Yeah.
a breakfast restaurant.
No, it's like an everything one, but
I think it's good. But
No, there's not a Bob Evans in Tennessee.
L. Actually, W.
fuck it. Applebee's.
Bro, we just said no.
Oh my god.
All right, what else is on your list?
I had Red Lobster on it. There's Carrabba's. Oh damn, I should have taken that. There's Bob
Carrabba's.
Evans, TJ
Olive Garden's
Fridays.
better than Carrabba's. I'm not gonna lie.
Eh.
TJ Fridays would have been good.
TGI Fridays is a good pick.
Blaze Pizza was on it. CC's Pizza, Red Robin, and Cheddar's and Mellow Mushroom.
Cheddars.
I actually never heard of Cheddar's before it came to Lakeland, so I didn't know if it was like a big one.
Well, Cheddar's here didn't get made until we were like
In high school, right?
Yeah, no, not high school, like middle school, like just starting middle school.
Oh yeah, because I did go there for Cotillion once.
Yeah, I've never been. I've still never been to Cheddar's.
It's good. They got everything.
You know, like I get tired when I go to Cheddar's, but to fix that, you can get Dubby.
Dude, that's what I was just thinking.
Use code. Speaking of use code against the call in all caps at www.w.gg for 10% off your next purchase.
And you know what's awesome though? With these restaurants, you know, they're all sit down. If you ever want to sit down at a concert, stadium, or an event, use our code ATC on SeatGeek
For how much?
$20 off your next purchase. And I don't know about you,
I thought
but
it was your first purchase.
or your first purchase. Sorry. The thing is we actually got a text the other day. One of our friends, shout out Connor. He's done a few graphics for us. Connor Wells. He sent us him using a code, and he said, "Dude, it just saved me $20 off. These fees are crazy on SeatGeek." And we're like, you know what? Thank you so much for using our code, and we're so happy we could provide you that service. So please use code ATC for $20 off your first purchase on SeatGeek. But that's going to wrap it up for the show. We're going to head into the post game here. Presley, thank you so much for joining us. This is a landmark show for Against the Call. First female guest. That's awesome.
Congratulations.
We're hoping that other girls want to come see me and Mike, of course. If you know any other girls, let us know. But no, in all seriousness, you and Riley kill it over at Riled Up Podcast. You know your sports. I love talking with you about sports. And it's been great getting to know you and Riley throughout the past few months. We're so excited that you're part of our OuttaPocket Sports team. And then on top of that, make sure you follow Riley and Presley on their socials as well as Riled Up Podcast. We will have their links in the description below. But Michael, what do you have to say?
Just big news. Here, grab one. We now have merch. Yes. We have merch. Against the Call merch. If you want one, just make sure you DM either me or Nick, and we'll help you get this new shirt we have.
Yeah. So the thing is if you are not on the YouTube, we're showing the shirt right now, and if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, please go to the YouTube, subscribe. It's just against the call. You can see this wonderful shirt here. Please DM either me, Michael, or John if you have any questions about making a purchase. I know Presley is going to order one. In fact, her birthday's coming up. She asked for it as a gift.
Yep.
Which she's buying herself, which is awesome. So happy early birthday to Presley, and be like Presley, guys. Buy an Against the Call shirt. They're not that expensive, and if you have shipping purposes, we might be able to cover the shipping. No promises, but we'll look into it.
It's only $25, and with each purchase, you get a free OuttaPocket Sports sticker and Against the Call sticker.
That's what sells it for me. If I heard I was getting a free
deal.
two free stickers, like not just one, two.
But like Nick said, if you want one, make sure you contact me or Nick preferably. But if you can't get a hold of us, go ahead and ask John. He'll send you right our way. But it's only $25 with 2 free stickers. It's a deal. Make sure to buy some merch from us. All the earnings goes straight back into OuttaPocket Sports and Against the Call.
Yeah, exactly. And also future merch. After getting this merch, seeing it on other people, seeing it on myself, I'm like, dude, I'm addicted to this now. I want to keep most addictive things draft. We could have added this making merch, because this is awesome. I just want to keep seeing more merch come out for us. And we can only do that if we get the sufficient funds from selling these shirts. So please just let us know if you want one. It would be awesome just to see you repping it. And that's going to do it for episode 32 of Against the Call with Presley. And yeah, we'll catch you guys in the next one.